Hello everybody, welcome back to the Daily Journal series, and we're starting this off by actually reviewing my recording from yesterday. So this is my sleep session from yesterday. Just wanted to show it off, because I'm sure you all wanted to see what I saw now. Didn't quite get a 100% sleep score. I was visiting a friend, so sleep wasn't really perfect, you might say. But I got close, got a 95. And it was definitely a snoozing type. I don't know if you saw the chart there, but my goodness, that was the most snoozing chart I've had in a long time, so 8 spawns easily. Encountered Gardevoir, 2 Gardevoirs, actually, 3-star styles. An Espeon, and then also a third Gardevoir that's a 2-star. So a lot of Gardevoir candy, a decent amount of down from the 4 different fully evolved psychic types encountered, and a 4-star Venusaur, not Venustar, which is in fact a new sleep style. So I actually need to log that in the sleep decks because I wasn't home to be able to do that when that happened. But anyway, Venusaur's way up here. So yep, I researched the rest of them. What's funny is I actually have all the Venusaur sleep styles and only half the Ivysaur styles. So I forgot to run a Pokemon Incense, but it's okay. I only had one that I could have run, and I ran it last night. So Gardevoir was hungry, but I really decided, there's no Gardevoir in the world that I would consider investing over the 2 that I currently have. Other than maybe one with Helping Bonus, maybe one with Berry Finding S. But it's just not worth it. It wouldn't be worth the skill seeds, it wouldn't be worth... And I'd have to get absurdly lucky. So, I just got the Squirtle because it's on our list of Pokemon we're attempting to catch. I would like to get a Cacao Farmer, and I am still much more preferential to Squirtle, because I think Cacao and Milk have really good synergy across multiple recipes. But then I also fed my Daily Biscuit to the Psyduck over here, because it was a guaranteed catch, and what else was I going to spend it on? But I have no interest in catching a Gardevoir fully evolved, so I left it hungry, which I typically don't do, but at this point there's a reason to catch Cresselia, because maybe I want to make a Gallade, but no reason for the Gardevoir. So yep. I don't remember what we sent out. I think I decided on the Squirrel. No, Gardevoir? Yeah, I think I ended up deciding on Gardevoir just because it's an island exclusive, so even though you see a lot of Ralts when you're at Lapis, you still gotta be at Lapis. And almost everybody uses it, so... You got a Serious Nature Squirtle, and it had Berry Finding S and an ABC list, so I was not interested. If it had an ABB list, maybe, because the ingredient finding plus berry finding was actually kind of interesting. But no other ingredient finding, whatever. Docile's neutral. This Psyduck's actually kind of neat. It's got Helping Bonus and Skill Trigger M, which is actually a pretty solid combo of first 2 sub-skills. I've got such a main skill seed deficit right now. I don't see myself investing it anytime soon. But, oh yeah, there's still more. I keep forgetting that there's more things right now. The Drowsy Power contributing to the event. It all together. We got to rank 14, got those 10 free Handy Candy S. We still have one more rank to go, which I believe I'll be hitting with the sleep session that I haven't reviewed yet from today. That I'm going to at the end of this. And then we made... Oh, wait, what did I do here? Oh, I was considering buying the main skill seed, but it wasn't available yet, so I didn't have quite enough down. And I still don't, actually. But I will. I should after reviewing this. Actually, I do have enough now, but we'll get to that soon. Who did I swap? I swapped someone? No, I didn't. I don't know why I was looking at my box. What was past me doing? I think I made... Yes, I did make breakfast. So this was the end of it. End of the recording. I still have that plus 10% odds from Dedenne. I should have probably let Dedenne run a little longer, get plus 20% odds, just because I got to think about it. The second one with Zing Zap is actually a pretty significant amount still of boost. It's really that third one that you see hardly any gains from running Dedenne longer. And it just made it so that it took way, way longer for me to get that crit that I was hoping for. It's alright though, because I will say this, it happened off camera, I wasn't recording, it happened this morning on a Sunday morning crit, so extra value there, 3x value. And I'm not gonna lie, I've actually been cutting it close. My goal was Master 20 this week, but it was actually, well, we'll see in a moment, but I'm pretty confident I'll make it, but I wasn't at a point. And I took some certain measures that I don't normally take when trying to go for Master 20. Oh, whoops. But here it is now. Here's what I'm working on now. We got the Pokemon out, and this looks very bizarre. Where's the Gardevoir? Where's some other things? And we're on the last day. I don't care if my Pokemon's energy are drained for tomorrow morning. So, Gardevoir charged them up enough that they should last till about 1 a.m. off the energy that they have, operating at maximum capacity. Therefore, if I don't care about tomorrow's productivity at all, then I can just tank their energy, use them up, run on fumes, and I can run 1 extra berry specialist. Now, the reason why I've picked the mons that I have is 4 of the 5 of these have helping bonus, and a lot of them have helping speed M, so I don't necessarily need a 5th helping bonus Pokemon, because then they run into speed cap, and you don't gain as much from helping bonus at that point. Now, I chose Gengar because I have Blackberry, but the other berries here I just don't have the greatest specialists for, and it's just better to run whatever I have that's stronger. Now, I'm not running a Charge Strength S Pokemon like Golduck. I could run Golduck, which would be stronger in the calcs. But I'm looking for consistency, because as of right now, if I leave too much up to RNG, potentially I might miss the threshold. I got one more meal, and I'm like, I need like 30,000, no, more than that, like 40,000 more, combined with the strength of my Sunday meals have been, in order to actually make Master 20. I'm pretty confident I'll do it, especially with running these berry Pokemon, because the nice thing about berry specialists is that they are consistent. So, that is why we're running, and Gengar's not actually a berry specialist, but he's functioning like a berry specialist since he has Favored Berry and Berry Fighting S. So, this team should be able to pull it through and make it so that we barely get it. Now, I used a boatload of ingredient tickets. I didn't do that for Old Gold Power Plant. And I did use some energy pillows yesterday because I was having some bad RNG. And I had the energy pillows to spare. So I did that just because, you know what? Their resources, they're capped. It's not like whistling. Whistling, I think. If you like to whistle all the way to Master 20 and you enjoy that, go for it. The game needs some people to support it financially. But me personally, I feel like for me, it takes the value out of the achievement, which is why I want to only achieve it without using any whistles at all. So I still never used a whistle, but I used ingredient tickets and some energy pillows. But we should be alright with the team that we have to reach that Master 20. And I think we'll exceed it a little bit, especially if RNG is in our favor on the Espeon. Now I decided to keep the Espeon, even though it is kind of a bit more RNG than other things being a skill specialist. But it's got the 1.5 times boost, and it's got Favored Berry Psychic, so I figure it's not, like, that much unreliability. But anyway, let's get into the sleep session review. I'm interested to see what we encountered last night. I ran, it might have been some sort of grass-type incense. It was a green incense. I know that much, because I didn't have quite enough to afford both the main skill seed and the Cresselia incense, so I forewent running Cresselia incense last night. That looks like another snoozing graph. Hey, that does give us the best odds of encountering wild Cresselia. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen on this session, because the next session I'm going to run an incense, so it's guaranteed, so it wouldn't be wild then. And hey, it's 1.5 times drowsy power boost with higher likelihood for new sleep styles. Could we get a wild 3-star Cress? I doubt it. It's a possibility, though. It's a possibility. I'm always going to keep my fingers crossed. I don't think it's likely, though, if I'm completely honest. Dedenne, why not? Espeon, Cleffa, Espeon, Ralts, Chikorita. It was a Chikorita instance I used. And then Gardevoir and Slowpoke. Well, the good thing here is it's a lot of Psychic types. My goodness. And a 16 Pitmon, which should provide a decent amount of down. As for what I want to catch here, is there anything I want to catch here? I don't think I want to catch any of this. Maybe a Slowpoke. I guess I could use a Tail Farmer. Maybe. I don't need the Spot Healer. Espeon's hungry. I don't really have the seeds to full invest up another Espeon from base. I guess Cleffa, actually. Because I don't have a good Clefairy. Cleffa's the thing I'm most interested in here. Like, it's not a great Pokemon, but if I got a Berry Finding S help bonus one, you know what? I wouldn't complain. I'm sure I could find some use for it at Cyan. And just because Espeon actually can be useful, like, getting an extra Gardevoir I would never use that, ever. But Espeon, you know what? I'll toss it a single Pokebiscuit, just because it's hungry. Okay, no Mega Hit. That's alright. It was one Pokebiscuit. Alrighty. I think that's it for today. I don't need another Dedenne. I'm always making serious strides around here. Thanks, Neroli. As for the candies here, I think I'll send out Dedenne. It's not so vital to level Dedenne as it is a skill specialist, but it's rare enough and used enough that I think it's good to send out still. Alright, now let's see this Cleffa. I'm really not excited for a Cleffa. Adamant Nature, I mean, that's a decent start. No Berry Finding at 10, but still could have it. It doesn't. Nothing here for us. We're not using it. If it doesn't have Berry Finding S or Helping Bonus, there is zero chance I use a Berry Specialist at this point. Our Drowsy Power all contributed to fending off the nightmares. Wow, didn't quite hit rank 15 yet, but the last night definitely will push me past that point. Which will be good, because that'll be an extra 150 down, which guarantees we can buy the last incense. So, I'm happy with that. Because the only things we want left to buy is, well, we're going to buy one right now. Main Skill Seed. Huge investment, because that is like one of the... Wait a minute. Did I not have enough to... Should I have waited? That may have been a blunder. Gosh darn it. Because I didn't think about... I'm not going to be able to buy the Crest Incense to run it tonight, am I? So I may just have to wait it out until next time we have an event like this, because I'm not going to have enough to buy that. There's no way I'm pulling 64 down in one day. But I totally... If I'd waited on the main skill seed just 5 seconds longer and thought through things and looked at my numbers, I totally would have had enough. Because there's 1-star crest alone running the incense would have got me 32 down, even if I got the worst possible result. Well, this is a lesson learned. Have patience. Don't just click things. I'm not even mad. Because I think we'll eventually get it. We'll eventually have another shot at it. Because there's no way we'd be... Well, we would be buying 2. Because we would have bought the one tonight and then getting the 150 down tomorrow, we would have gotten another Crest Incense off of it. With ease. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. If we have over 160 left over tomorrow, I'm going to be real ticked off at my past self. Either way, we can end up spending the excess on candy tomorrow. But it's like... Whatever. We'll buy the Psychic type candy first and then work our way down. Well, we'll leave it at that for now. Don't make that mistake like I just did. That's a very niche thing. I don't know how many people would be encountering that sort of possibility of a mistake to run into, but something else I want to do. First, we have a badge. I feel like Psychic types encountered is most likely. Yeah, just because of how many Psychic types there were this morning. Handy Candy M, that's always good to see. And that maxes the badge for us, actually. So, that one's cleared. There's another thing I wanted to do this morning, though. So, after that crest that I caught in the last episode, I've been thinking about, do I want to invest it? I know it seems like it should be an obvious, for sure, do it. This is the thing that we're doing. So I think you know what the answer is going to be based off of that. Because I'll just show some comparisons. And I think I have a weird potential announcement to be making here. And that is, okay, if I make this comparison, do you guys remember, can you remember what my goal in finding a Pawmot was? If you can, then good for you. You've been following why I've been doing what I'm doing. And the biggest reason why I wanted a good Pawmot was to, A, find a new healer, because my current healer was just not fully cutting it anymore, I guess you could say. I was really regretting not having helping bonus on it, to an extent. I like my shiny Gardevoir. I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I do intend to still use it, especially if I can get to level 75, then having helping speed M should help me progress further along. It should actually get a decent amount of procs per day, but I wanted to get a Pawmot to A, have another healer, and B, I wanted it to be the electric type healer so that at Old Gold Power Plant, I'd have better berry synergy, so that I could just do even better at Old Gold. And guarantee that anytime there's an event week that's at all islands, if I want to know that I'm just going to do well for strength, just go to Old Gold. On an off week, if I want to know I just want to do well with strength, maybe even being able to exchange one of these Pokemon off to run something that I'm leveling, just go to Old Gold. I just run one Raichu, and I know I'm going to do well. Like, that was the entire idea. Especially if I have Pawmot and a Raichu together, berry synergy, very powerful. So, that was the entire reasoning behind it. And if, let's say I got this Pawmot to 50, and this was the Pawmot I was investing in, this is the best one I've caught so far. If we do, like, the second scenario of, like, just not really thinking about meal or anything, and just trying to level some stuff, maybe this last slot's going to be something useless that we're just trying to level or get some sleep hours on, can still get 3.2 million Snorlax strength, even if we want to do that with 2 slots, 2.3 million Snorlax strength, Master 9 with ease. But, and here's where I made a bit of a sad realization. I caught this Cress, okay? Now, let's even just make this an even better Pawmi. Which this would be like one of the best Pawmies I could get for my purposes, especially with Berry Finding S, Health Speed S. Like, if I got main skill chance up on that, 2.39 million. In fact, it's probably even better if I got speed of help up, because then it helps also its berry productivity. Yeah, see, that's even better. 2.4 million. Interesting. But what if I run this Crest that I caught? Because the Crest, it heals while also producing berries, and I caught a really, really phenomenal Crest. Now, we do want to make sure that the event bonus is off for this, but skill trigger M, if I seed it all the way to max, the Crest that I caught, and give it some sleep hours, because it would have that, get it to level 50 to make it a fair comparison, 2.28 mil, that's not terrible. That's not that far off from what the Pawmot was. It is worse, yes. It is worse for that, and it's worse for healing. But at the same time, this Pawmot, because this is the Pawmot that I have, if I was to evolve it and get it all the way there, this is the one that I have, not the other one that I was showing. 2.49 mil, and that's if I get it to level 60. For the fairer comparison, level 50, 2.349 mil. Even if I give it that speed of help up nature, we're only looking at like 200k beyond what I was really looking for in the thing. Now, this is a step up from the Gardevoir that I'm running. If I ran the Gardevoir instead, you'd see a significant drop-off. Another like 300,000 down total. But we're making like the slight gains, and remember, this Cress is also subsequently weakened by there not being 2 other Pokemon here, because it's just pulling in less berries every time. Especially if I ran my Espeon. this can make a phenomenal core, where, honestly, if I made the comparison here with the Espeon, because now I have this as well, 3.01 mil versus 2.9, like, we're looking at very comparable numbers. And like I said, this Cress exists. I have this Cress. This Pawmot does not exist. I don't have this Pawmot ready to go in my box, potentially investable. I think, and this is the conclusion that I've reached, I think the Pawmi hunt ends. Not with a Pawmi, but with a Cresselia. I was never expecting it, but it's what the game's been given to me. I had my mind set on Pawmi for so long, for ages. But after contemplating through this and running some of the numbers, yeah, Pawmot would be better. But I don't know if the numbers are big enough. And it'd only be at Old Gold exclusively. Meanwhile, Cresselia could apply everywhere and be especially good at Lapis. And especially with how much of a seed deficit I have right now, I don't think I can justify hunting another skills specialist, hunting another healer, when I have this as an option to me. So, it's there, it works at every island, it synergizes well with the Espeon I have in my box that has helping bonus. This seems like the route that I was destined to go down, by the game's RNG, because I caught this Cress. I didn't catch the Pawmot despite hunting it. Now, does this mean I'm going to stop catching Pawmi? Probably not. If I see him, I'll catch him. But before it was one of my primary hunts. I said at the start of almost every video, we're hunting Pawmi. Like, was kind of the idea that was going on. One of the main reasons why I spent so many weeks at Old Gold Power Plant. But I think that's not a good idea anymore. Because I have a decent option that's been handed to me and does the job well. It's kind of dueling with the fact that it is a dual specialist and that it's like trying to do two skills at once, but I think there's a lot of power in that. And I think a lot of players are underwriting it, saying that, like, oh, it's not a good enough healer, we shouldn't be running it as our healer. I kind of agree with that, but I think if you roll a good enough one for procs, as I have, that I think it can be worthwhile, especially when you consider the fact that this Cresselia, my Cresselia will never be run alongside Darkrai. The biggest proposal for like a genuinely really strong healer right now in the meta of the game is, now that Darkrai's a thing, Darkrai drains energy. We need those extra procs to make up for the energy draining effect from Darkrai's procs, potentially in the future. But no matter how good Darkrai's skill is in the future, I can still never run the Cress alongside Darkrai. That's still probably going to go to this new Gardevoir that I'm slowly investing up. So I guess this whole concept and talk is basically to justify that I don't think I'm hunting Pawmi anymore. If I see it, sure, I'll catch it, because maybe one day I'll change my mind back and go for it to get really specialized niche things, but I think it's more of a good idea to look at the general than to look at the potential, because the general is here. And it's expensive because it's a legend, and it's expensive because it takes all the main skill seeds. It takes stinking... Oh, wrong Cresselia. This is the base one. This Cresselia. It's expensive because it takes 2 sub-skill seeds, and it takes 5 main skill seeds to get to level. But once we have it there, we have it, and it'll work well at every single island. And even though it may be a little bit weaker for energy, it's going to be so much stronger in berry productivity that's going to easily overcome the extra productivity that we get off the rest of the team, especially during event weeks where it's multiplied by 1.5 times trigger rate, or event weeks where I'm even just running good camp ticket, it's going to get more procs. And more procs on a healer like this is going to be far more valuable than more procs on a healer with a higher value skill because of the whole diminishing returns aspect of energy. So that's my justification. And that's the direction that the account's headed. Now, I'm not going to put the main skill seeds and the sub-skill seeds into it yet, just in case I do change my mind, just in case somebody talks some sense into me. And I am being kind of stupid with this whole logic. But I have them there. They're ready to invest into this guy, into this Cresselia. I have a main skill seed. I have another main skill seed coming on the way from Master 20. This is the main skill seed I just bought. So I have another main skill seed potentially coming from Master 20. And then if I save up enough sleep points over the course of the next month, I think I might also buy the free-to-play seed from this month as well. Because I need the seeds. I'm at a severe seed deficit. And I could strongly use it. So I'll be looking for that. Anyway, if you haven't enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave me some comments about what you think about this dilemma that I've been kind of faced with in my decisions. And yeah, if you leave a like and subscribe. Down in the description, there's a link to the Discord. Come join us, hang out, talk about all things Pokemon, sleep, and the like. With a good community of people that love the game. And I recently added the join button. If you're financially able and wanting to support me in that way, feel free to click it. I don't have any paywalled content, but it's there as an option if you want to show me the support monetarily. And as always, I thank you all for watching. Hope that you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.